Now, she's been told she's too old, but that hasn't stopped Madonna from stripping off. Oh, dear. The 54-year-old bared her builder's bottom to help raise money for victims of Hurricane Sandy.
And who can forget that Istanbul concert earlier in the year when she deliberately pulled out a breast.
Or a coconut.
Or a coconut, as we call it here on the show. So is this acceptable behaviour for a person in their 50s? Let's see what our G-Gap panel thinks. Joining us, social commentator Maud Garrett and radio broadcaster Michael Jeffries. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hi, guys.
Has Madonna still got it? Is she still allowed to carry on like this?
All right, in all fairness, she does about 400 hours of yoga every week. Like, she's a fitness freak, and her butt looked really good. I thought that it actually looks a lot better than mine. So I would rather her... Look at that. That's rotund. That's really quite nice. I shouldn't be... That's a bit inappropriate. It's a bit inappropriate, isn't it? But I just think, look, age is just a number. She's keeping her youth by being incredibly healthy and incredibly fit. So if she's got it, flaunt it.
Yes, well, she certainly has got it, Mike. Would you agree? I mean, but is it appropriate for a woman of that age to show their G-string?
Guy Ritchie said, darling, keep your raspberries undercover. You look like an old slapper on stage. And he said that...
They're divorced now.
Good point. He said that 11 years ago. You know, I'm not the hugest Madonna fan in the world, but it is rock and roll. If people want to pay money to go and see her, who am I to spoil their innocent fun? But when you think about some of the people who, even burlesque queens like Cher, I think Cher does it better. Cher is able to do that, but looks better, I think, than Madonna. I was going to compare her to Catherine Deneuve, but, you know, that's apples and oranges, isn't it? I mean, Catherine Deneuve looks great, but she's stylish.
Right.
And she has dignity. I don't see too much dignity, even if it's for a good cause, in saying, I'm not going to show you my bum unless you put hundreds on the stage.
Is it undignified at any age, or is it undignified at a certain age?
I think it doesn't work as well at a certain age. I don't really think it's working for Madonna. She's pretty smart. I think she could do... She could make an impact without doing this.
Over, what, 3 decades now?
OK, here's a question for you, Maud. Madonna's son, Rocco, is part of the show, right? So would you mind having a mum like Madonna, or out of respect for son Rocco, would she keep it all in?
Oh, look at Rocco.
Madonna's only two years younger than my mother. So they're pretty much the same age. And if my mum looked like that, the expectations on me as a person would be so ridiculously high, because she's fit, like, she's incredible. I know what you're saying about a mother kind of putting that on display in front of her son. I think she's playing the MILF card.
Have you seen her with Lourdes, though? I mean, I know 17-year-olds expect their parents to embarrass them, but Lourdes walking down the street and there's mum dressed like a homegirl, you know.
Right.
I don't think she's happy with that.
Homegirl.
Okay.
Mike, no one says homegirl anymore.
Don't they?
Hey, hey, I'm with you, homie. I'm with you, brother.
OK, you too. Moving on, an ex-girlfriend of Mick Jagger has decided to sell the love letters he wrote her. Marsha Hunt said she's selling the letters because she's broke. Now, they were written back in 1969 and are expected to fetch more than $100,000. Wow. Mike, have you ever written any love letters?
To Mick Jagger.
You know, a very good point. I was going to say, I did meet Mick Jagger around about that time. Yeah. To the best of my recollection, I've never sent him a love letter, but it was the 60s, so I don't want to be too dogmatic about that.
Right.
But I did actually research this because I go the extra mile for Sunrise. Imagine...
We love the red folder.
Imagine...
You never know what comes out of it.
Phoning somebody that you were in a close relationship 30 years ago and saying, did I ever send you a love letter? Some people might see that as leading with your chin. But the short answer seems to be this. When you're on the radio from the age of 17 and a half, you can let the music do the talking for you.
Yes.
This one's for you, babe. Actual quote, apparently. Yeah. I was 18, you know. Yeah. The past's another country. They do things differently there. The nearest it seems, and the ex in question actually remembers this fondly, that I ever came to a love letter. Apparently there was a cash flow issue, and I sent her a photo of a Labrador puppy and said, when I have some money, I'll buy you a real present. In the meantime, here's a picture of a Labrador.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Do you think, or shameless? I don't know. Anyway, she remembers it fondly.
She didn't sell it, did she?
No, I don't think so.
Best you've ever done,
apparently. But look, I could get on the radio and play any number of, you know, soulful songs.
Yeah, that's right. And say, this one's for you, babe.
Yeah.
Can't you?
Babe.
More, babe.
Babe.
More. You'd have a cupboard full of love letters, wouldn't you?
No.
Does anyone write them
No,
anymore?
It's texts and emails. The standard of a love letter
I mean, a
these
cupboard
days
full of
are-
emails. That's what I meant to say.
Well, you know, you get a winky face on a text, and you're like, oh, that's so romantic.
Well, get this. I do have an ex who kept all her love letters in a spring-backed folder, numbered, and here's the good part. She actually went through with a red pen and corrected the grammar. So when the guy finally saw his love letters, he was kind of upset
They
that
were
she corrected his...
Yes.
Critiqued.
See, I would
and
find
she
that a
corrected his
turn-off.
grammar.
Bad spelling is a turn-off.
Yeah,
Well, there you are.
and never go out with an English teacher. Because that's what's going to happen.
Larry can't read them if the commas aren't there.
So you shouldn't sell the notes at the end of the day.
No,
that's right,
it's a bit poor form.
Is that where
isn't
we
it?
started?
Yeah,
I
I'm just
think it was.
He's
summarising.
poor form, but then Jagger's got so much ego, maybe he thinks it's kind of nice.
Yeah, I'm
you know.
sure he's not worried.
Right. Thank you,
think
guys.
Every week we learn more about you, Mike.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
Labrador.
I don't know.
Me either, I'm not too sure.
Thank you,
We
guys.
you don't see red manila folders much anymore
No,
since
he always
laptops came
brings
out.
it.
Yeah,
And he always
that's good.
pats it when he
That's very
talks
good.
about research.
It's my little blankie.
Thanks, guys.